It's your favorite YouTube dealer. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. We got some new Tom MacDonald today. It's called God Mode. So I feel like that alone tells me it's going to be interesting. He looks like he's ready to rap as soon as this video hits play. And it's 8 minutes and 24 seconds long. Probably a lot of shit in this for us to talk about. I'm excited. I'm ready for it, baby. Let's dive in. Let's see what that man's cooking with.
I've been hearing that they think my political music is boring. Tell them I'm sorry. I've been rapping about things that I feel are important. I could talk about how rich I am, all these little rappers that I'm bigger than. I could show you the impact addiction had, how the liquor turned me to a different man. I'm not the
Okay, I like the way that he's going into this. I don't think that it's boring, but some people think it's boring, or they feel like it's repetitive, or they feel like he's just doing it because it caters to a niche and he's going to get views. But I would argue that I believe him, that it is stuff that he feels is important. And I think that it is important stuff that needs to be talked about. And it's cool to have somebody who gets the views that he gets come out and say some stuff about it. Even if I don't agree with every single thing he says, I appreciate him speaking up. I appreciate him saying stuff. And I agree with quite a bit of it. Now, based on the beat that I've heard so far and this little bit of rapping, and I'm not trying to say this in a bad way, so I don't want people to take this the wrong way. Tom, if he watches this, or the fans, because some people get a little toxic. Not him specifically. I'm just, the fan base sometimes does. But it sounds a little bit like NF. And I'm not saying he stole his style. I'm not like, I just want to make sure I make that clear, because people always take it the wrong way when you make any kind of comparison. But it just kind of has that feel to it. Like when NF is just kind of explaining things to you, it's more so the tone of voice and the delivery of it than anything else.
I've been hearing that they think my political music is boring. Tell them I'm sorry. I've been rapping about things that I feel are important. I could talk about how rich I am, all these little rappers that I'm bigger than. I could show you the impact addiction had, how the liquor turned me to a different man. I'm not the kid who was visiting Disneyland. I'm not a perfect Christian, have a sinner's past, but I sobered up, prescriptions hit the trash. Now I'm sitting back with 50 billboard plaques, $20 million and a million fans. Middle fingers flipping, I can't flip them back. I'm so...
Yo, my man said he got $20 million. Yo, listen, Tom. We used to go to school back in the day, bro. I'm your cousin, your long lost cousin. I just want to connect with you, man, real quick. No, okay, this is dope though. I like this. I'm gonna let him cook now. I'm gonna let him cook, but I just felt like there was a moment that I had to pause and try to reach out to my cousin, because I feel like that familial connection, you know, we need to have it. and I might need a car or something too.
Visiting Disneyland. I'm not a perfect Christian, have a sinner's past, but I sobered up, prescriptions hit the trash. Now I'm sitting back with 50 billboard plaques, $20 million and a million fans. Middle fingers flipping, I can't flip them back. I'm so independent, so they get the message. I've been spitting facts, I'm not a fiction fan. I am the truth, I am the GOAT, I am the proof. You can reach every one of your goals. You can be too drunk, way too high, but it's never too late to have hope. I am the one,
Facts.
I'm gonna preach. You can reach every one of your dreams. You can be up against the whole entire world, and you can beat them if you just believe. They've been saying I'm Illuminati and I'm going to hell. They're desperately searching for any excuse to explain why I've done what they can't do themselves. The only way they can make sense of my fame is to claim I worship Satan and labels of health. I don't have an advantage, it's natural talent. Your ego is damaged, admit that you failed.
Yo, this shit fire. This shit is fire. I like the part where he's like, I am this, I am that. Like, there's an ongoing joke amongst me and some friends. My man Joey Nato spoke on it once. My close friends speak on it on a regular basis. Like, there's times in my songs where I like to be like, I am this, I am that, I am the one. Like, it just comes across as dope, does it not? Because I think he just killed it. But I like that he's also saying, like, hey, people say I'm Illuminati. People say that I'm an industry plant. Like, I don't know if he said that, but that is something I've heard as well. And he's like, listen, you're just making excuses for why you haven't made it and why I've made it. And the reality is you just failed. Just accept it, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Failing can be a good thing. You can learn from it as long as you allow yourself to learn from it, instead of just look at other people and feel like, well, they're there, but I should be, and da-da-da-da. Like that's never going to get you anywhere, because you're never going to learn from those failures, from those mistakes, from those falls. And, you know, people that do are the people that end up getting to that point. Like, I'm sure Tom wasn't successful about everything his whole life, right? Like, we've heard some stories of him back in the day. He did professional wrestling at one point and different things that he didn't reach the level of where he's at now in those things, right? So it's like that failure, that redirection, that learning, that understanding yourself, that getting through hardships and stuff like that is what led him to this point.
If you just believe. They've been saying I'm Illuminati and I'm going to hell. They're desperately searching for any excuse to explain why I've done what they can't do themselves. The only way they can make sense of my fame is to claim I worship Satan and labels of health. I don't have an advantage, it's natural talent. Your ego is damaged, admit that you failed. I remember back when I was the only political rapper. What the hell happened? All of a sudden everyone who never gave a damn got political and started rapping. Tragic, I should be flattered. Man, I created the genre, they practically jacked it. Acting like they're in the conversation, they ain't nowhere near it on a different planet. This is not YouTube, this is upper echelon. President of Sony on my telephone. I get what I want, how I want, when I want, until the day that I'm dead and gone. The internet in love with beef, they want rappers at war. But I don't care who's coming at me, I swore that I wouldn't do disses no more. The last time I battled, the man that I trampled lost his career and then had a divorce. That wasn't fair, homie got torched. I feel the weight like I'm carrying around a corpse.
Yo, that's wild. Okay, so this is his way of addressing the Upchurch situation, I assume. He's like, listen, I said that I'd never do disses again, and I'm not gonna do it. Like, it's not even an addressing of the situation. He's just saying, this is why I didn't respond. And then he said the last person that I went at lost their career and got divorced. I assume he's talking about Mac Lethal, but I don't know if he had other back and forths I'm not familiar with. And I didn't know, did Mac Lethal get divorced? Is this a thing? Someone's got to fill me in down below. And I mean, that's crazy, because at one point Mac Lethal was doing numbers, and now his videos don't do many more numbers, like not like they did. And I don't know if I attribute that to the fact that him and Tom went back and forth, but you could say that it could have been part of it. Like it's a very big possibility. You know what I'm saying? If I was him, I'd paint that picture as well, though. I'm gonna be real with you. I'd paint that picture. Okay, this shit, bro, it's gonna take us a minute to get through this song. I'm not gonna lie to you. Y'all gotta just be patient with me.
Acting like they're in the conversation, they ain't nowhere near it on a different planet. This is not YouTube, this is upper echelon. President of Sony on my telephone. I get what I want, how I want, when I want, until the day that I'm dead and gone. The internet in love with beef, they want rappers at war. But I don't care who's coming at me, I swore that I wouldn't do disses no more. The last time I battled, the man that I trampled lost his career and then had a divorce. That wasn't fair, homie got torched. I feel the weight like I'm carrying around a corpse. Still no deal, still no team, still just little old me. Still making fun of the whole industry, still rap on my own beats. I'm the only multi-millionaire in my family tree. I keep hearing rumors that my parents rich and that's how I got in the lead. That's a big L-I-E. If you want to know the truth, I guess I can show you why I move like this. Let me take you back into my head, tell you about the movie I live. Former alcoholic, nothing in my wallet. Every doctor said that I was depressed. Should be in a coffin or inside a cardboard box and addicted to meth. I was sleeping on my best friend couch, always dreaming of a West End house. We was living in the basement, sweet east side, praying we'd get out. Motorcycles on the front lawn, bunch of crackheads in the alley. Open up my bedroom window and tell them there's empty bottles they can have. Cops at the door, I couldn't sleep, making up noodles to eat for a week. I couldn't stomach the food I was making if I wasn't high, so I always had weed. Leaving the crib and the neighbors are tripping, I flip them the bird, I ain't stopping to talk. They leaving us notes on the passenger window, cause we always park in the whip in they spot. 10 in the morning, we sipping on 40s and taking the Honda Civic up the block. Looking for one of my homies who living on the street cause he got addicted to rock. Waiting in line at church, they giving out food. I would pull up every second Sunday, get some hard-boiled eggs and juice. That was the move. I was a broke boy, then I blew up. I was suicidal, yeah, the mood sucked. Now I've been rich, I done made hits. I've been praying, I don't screw it up. And now that I've blown up, they're mad that I've grown up. They missing my old stuff. They say my political music's all sounding the same and the flows suck. I'm never gonna be the old Tom or recapture the magic of old songs. I don't know, Tom. You the GOAT, Tom. Give me what I want or I will go, Tom. Shut up! I'm not the guy that you fell in love with back when I was young and dumb. Always getting drunk, taking hella drugs, living in the ghetto, no food for a month. Couldn't pay the power bill, the shower filled with towels, mold and hella bugs. That was the old Tom, that was broke Tom. Stop saying you miss who I was. Now you can give me all the Gucci, give me all the Louis, give me everything I want at once. Give me Lamborghinis, give me all my flowers, give you everything I have that's to be loved. Now they call me racist and they say I'm canceled, but I guarantee you that there will be blood. I ain't going nowhere, I ain't stopping nothing, I'ma really go there, I don't give a I'm the best thing going right now, they can't mess with me. I've been up, I've been down, I climbed out my grave, I've been great. Wait, before today, and I'll be great till I decide to walk away. And I'm the one you have to thank for every independent artist getting Billboard play.
Yo, I like this. Yo, I had to let him cook for a minute. But when he said, like, you know, like, that's a thing that happens with a lot of different fan bases, right? It's like, oh, they're not like the old them. They're not like the, you know, oh, I wish they could go back and it's not the same and they're this and they're that and all this other stuff. And like he said, like, yo, me back then was broke, going through a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't wish that on me anymore. Like, don't wish me to be that person. Like, I've evolved, I've grown up. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? It's a part of life. That's a part of the trajectory. It's the same thing when you think about it with Eminem, right? Like a lot of, oh, I wish old M was back. Well, old M, like he's dope. Don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed old M. But old M was the way that he was partially because he was doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? The being poor and being hungry for it was a part, like all that shit changes. And like, you could say that you enjoyed that music better, but like you said, don't wish that on me. Don't wish me back to the person that, you know what I mean? I totally get that. I think that this is extremely dope. That, yo, this shit is crazy. My man had a chip on his shoulder, rightfully so. And he said, let me get this off really quick.
Walk away! I'm the one you have to thank for every independent artist getting Billboard plaques. I showed everybody how to beat the record labels and still I don't get no thanks.
Now, this part, I do feel like he was a big part of this because I think there's a lot of people that have taken inspiration from him, but I wouldn't say that he's the reason. It's the one part that I would kind of disagree with some, because there was people that were doing it before that did give a lot of people inspiration, like your Tech Nines. There's somebody else. Now the fact that I can't think of more is going to kind of defeat my argument a little bit, but Tech Nine for sure was somebody that did it without, like Chris Webby, like some of these guys. Now, don't get me wrong, like Webby, even Tech Nine, which I think is incredibly popular. I don't know how their streaming platforms look versus each other, but I know he could tour worldwide. So he's known everywhere. I'm sure Tom is known pretty far as well and could probably do that if he wanted to. But Tech definitely came way before him and has been doing it probably the longest out of anybody. I feel like he set the standard and the stage for everybody to be like, yo, we could do this as well. So I feel like you got to give him his respect if nobody else. Webby, he doesn't do as many views as he used to, but he also has been doing it for over a decade. You know what I'm saying? So there are people that have kind of set that stage and that example, but you can't deny that Tom is not one of the people that have also pushed it forward in the newer age of artists and stuff like that as well, compared to those that came in the past and did it. So I give him his props for that, but that would be the one thing that I maybe would have to say.
Everybody who been hating on me copies every little thing I'm doing. I mean, they dress like me, sign CDs, no one is buying their music. I'm the blueprint for these YouTube kids. Every single little view you get, every time you get an iTunes check, you just imitate what I do best. I'm on Fox News, I'm on Rolling Stone, in the New York Times, on the radio, got 1 billion views, milli on the gram. You still paying to be verified, man.
I'm curious if there's anybody specific that he's talking about when he says that. Yo, you YouTube kids, you still paying to be verified. All this other, like, I'm curious. I feel like there's potentially somebody out there that not one specific person, maybe he's seeing it as you know, a lot of different people, and he's kind of just throwing it all into one bar, or, you know, one basket, I guess, not bar, but you know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like there's something that you see that's in your mind that makes you come across and say this.
iTunes check, you just imitate what I do best. I'm on Fox News, I'm on Rolling Stone, in the New York Times, on the radio, got 1 billion views, milli on the gram. You still paying to be verified, man. I am the reason that Billboard removed all the digital sales charts off their website. I was outperforming label artists and executives pressured them to hit the red light. You know.
Woo! Now that I can't argue. That I don't know. But I know that he was having a lot of issues with Billboard and stuff like that. So that is a whole nother story.
Universal, Warner Music, Sony, CEOs wanted me dead, but they ain't never gonna really kill me. They just cancel the digital charts instead. Stop telling me that anyone else is bigger than I am. Go get the Nielsen SoundScan numbers. Tell me what you find, man. Who's the biggest I am? They're angry that I love America. Guess it's a problem because I'm Canadian. I live in the States. I gave 200 grand to the veterans. I am a patriot. I am not faking this. I don't need to keep on making hits. Could have retired 3 years ago, basically. Go check my bank account, buddy. I'm crazy rich. I don't need money. I rap because I'm made for this. I am only doing this because I love it. I told every record label they can shove it. Rappers hate on me, but I'm above it. 93 Shawn Michaels, everyone can suck it. They want
Yo, I like that. Yo, Shawn Michaels was one of my favorite wrestlers when I was a kid. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Yeah, that's what's, you know what's funny is I do know that he's Canadian, but I don't even really think about that, right? Like at some point, it's like, it doesn't really matter, bro. If he's lived in the States for a long enough time, he's a part of our country. Like, it just is what it is. Using that as an argument against him is really weird to me. But I like that. I like this, like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, you know what? F it, bro. I'm gonna get out here. I'm gonna be a little cocky. I'm confident. I'm just gonna let you know, bro. Ain't nobody bigger than me. Like, if you want to try it, check the stats. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even gonna have this back and forth with you. Like, I am it. That's it. Like, stop saying all this other shit. You can look at it.
I am not faking this. I don't need to keep on making hits. Could have retired 3 years ago, basically. Go check my bank account, buddy. I'm crazy rich. I don't need money. I rap because I'm made for this. I am only doing this because I love it. I told every record label they can shove it. Rappers hate on me, but I'm above it. 93 Shawn Michaels, everyone can suck it. They want photos when they see me out in public. Then they trash me in the comments. What a bummer. I sign autographs to spill my guts and stomach. All I get is people praying that I'll plummet. I came a long way. Dreamt of this all day. I should have saw graves, but God saves. I got faith. What a loser. I needed boost to maneuver. Bottles of hooch in the cooler. Now I'm the proof that you can choose to be a trooper and regroup and pursue a future, be a ruler. Screw all the rumors. And all the dudes who be acting stupid on computers. Hate is a fuel that humans can use to improve themselves if they don't let their wounds ruin their movement. You can do it and then you can lose it. You can choose to the moon if you miss it, recoup it, and then execute it till you make it through it. There ain't no excuses, the rules are confusing, so break them and use them to find the solution. The truth is you're losing till you are immune and you turn the abuse into your revolution. I've been addicted to plenty of pills, poor and mentally ill.
I like that switch where the beat drops and it goes into this, but he's right. If you could turn the hate, like if you don't allow the hate to turn you into a certain person to fuel you in the right way, like you can really turn that into some shit.
The abuse into your revolution. I've been addicted to plenty of pills, poor and mentally ill. If I can do it, you can do it. I went from homeless and drunk to turning down record deals. I done got so many wins that I forget the win. So many plaques inside the crib, they getting hard to live. They so jealous, I'm just glad that I ain't them. I ain't them. They got money, they got pennies, they got dollars, but they ain't been making any sense. They got hundreds, they got thousands. I got 10, 11, 15, 20 something names. But this ain't always what my life was like. Honestly, it still give me chills. Way before all of my viral songs, before I was living in Beverly Hills, way before I went and sobered up, back when me and Brandon couldn't pay the bills, way back when I should have been locked up, overdosed or getting killed. My sister called me from the hospital, said her job's killing her, and that was a fact. She working overtime often, out of options, having panic attacks. Didn't let her finish talking, told her walk in and to quit and call back. Next thing I know, she's in California and she's working for Hangover Gang. And Daddy always told me I was special, and one day
That's dope that he was able to do that for his sister. I assume that's her right there. Shout out to her. That's cool. See, stuff like that is a beautiful thing.
Hospital said her job's killing her, and that was a fact. She working overtime often, out of options, having panic attacks. Didn't let her finish talking, told her walk in and to quit and call back. Next thing I know, she's in California and she's working for Hangover Gang. And Daddy always told me I was special and one day I would conquer the music business. And I guess he was right, because look at my life. I just bought him a new Porsche for Christmas, and Mama worked harder than any woman on earth. Her boss would have never have fired her. I recognized they weren't giving her what she was worth, so I retired her. This ain't white privilege, this ain't...
Yo, I got chills from that. That was such a dope little sequence. Shout out to Tom for that.
Trust fund, this ain't good luck, this ain't silver spoon, this is hard work, this is long nights, this is all me, this is what I do, this is palm trees and Ferraris and a calm breeze and a pretty view. If you don't believe I deserve it, then you never lived the life I did and you wouldn't make it through. I came out of a city where I still don't get no respect. I moved away and I blew up and everyone else is still stuck in the town that I left. I'm not impressed, and they've been saying my video views are all fake, and I honestly hope it helps get them some rest. I'm worth like 30 million dollars, all you bums are living check to check. Now everybody is an enemy, they all just...
Damn, bro, my man went from 20 to 30 million by the end of the song. Yo, listen. Tom, I'm your long lost cousin. I don't know if they told you about me. You know what I'm saying? But like, reach out, bro. I've been trying to get a hold of you. I got things that we got to talk about, man. Like, I'm just saying.
And they've been saying my video views are all fake, and I honestly hope it helps get them some rest. I'm worth like 30 million dollars, all you bums are living check to check. Now everybody is an enemy, they all jealous that I'm a celebrity. Well, screw them, screw the government, screw the record label, screw the mainstream. I'm in God mode, they in beast mode. We are not the same, we ain't equals, and I pray to God that you can deep throat. Got 11 inches for you weak hoes. Y'all cannot critique me, y'all ain't in my league still. All your hate completes me, I can't be killed. Y'all just wanna be me, maybe be chill. Leave them bleeding in a wheat field. All my missiles heat seek, you can beat me. Homie, keep still. I can tell that you don't eat meat. Ton of green beans, you a vegan when the beef's real. Everybody's saying I'm fake, but they're the ones who really faking though. And their songs all on YouTube. Well, my songs on the radio. They claim they hate fame, but they change when they need streams. Then they say names and play games and take game and hate on me. Wait, I got one more thing I gotta say.
So that, I feel like that was a little bit of a reference to the Upchurch thing as well, right? Like they'd say my name when they need views.
So that you don't eat meat, ton of green beans, you a vegan when the beef's real. Everybody's saying I'm fake, but they're the ones who really faking though. And their songs all on YouTube. Well, my songs on the radio. They claim they hate fame, but they change when they need streams. Then they say names and play games and take game and hate on me. Wait, I got one more thing I gotta say. I don't need any more money. These days I just do it for all of my fans. I pray to God I inspire somebody or show someone who thinks they can't that they can. I'ma keep going till I'm in the coffin. I promise no stopping till I kick the can. To the day that they're dropping my box in the ground, it's Hangover Gang.
Yo, this was dope. This might be one of my favorite things that he's ever dropped. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, my man addressed all the shit that people say about him. All of it. Addressed all of it. And not only that, but had his family on camera. Like, yo, listen, this is what I did for my dad. This is what I did for my sister, my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you guys say that I came from this privileged lifestyle, but in reality, I didn't. And I just busted my ass and I went through hard times and the whole, how he's like, yo, on every other Sunday for church, I'd go to the church and have hard boiled eggs and juice or some shit like that, and like that was the play, and you know what I'm saying. And I've elevated myself now to this point where I don't need money, I don't need to do any of this. I do it because I can, because I love it, because you know what I'm saying. I'm made to do this kind of shit, and I've retired my mom, bought my dad a Porsche, helped my sister get out of a job that was literally killing her. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I'm not this person that you guys are portraying me to be. I there's nothing I could do but to explain it to you and show you in these different ways, and then also kind of address the whole up church coming at him thing, in my opinion. And I'm sure there's other people that come at him as well, so it's not just up church, but it's basically it felt like it, especially at the end when he's like, you say you don't care about fame and all this other stuff, but then you start saying names and hate on me when you need views and you need streams and all this other stuff. So you know, like he addressed it, and addressed it in a way where he's like, you know, I'm not doing diss tracks anymore. And you know, the last person I dissed, this is what happened to them. So I didn't even know that. Y'all got to fill me in some more. But this was fire. I'd say that this is probably my favorite thing that Tom has dropped. So comment down below. We're 20 minutes in. 20 minutes in. Shout out to Tom. Much respect. Take it easy. Stay safe. I'll catch you in the next one, homies.